In a world filled with unknowns, anxiety can be overwhelming at times. When these moments happen, I try to ground myself in my simple routines. These are what I know in the moment and what I can control. Opening the blinds to let the light in the morning. Stop for some couch scritches. Feed the supervisor. Take a moment for mindful stretching and meditation. With a side of cuddles, of course. The first sip of my morning coffee, I try to take these moments in, these moments of joy that bring me even the simplest things, and remind myself to be content, and I will find the path that I'm looking for. Hello folks, welcome. I'm Kai, the Crafty Kai. My focus as always, if you don't know me, is to primarily spark joy with art and creativity for myself and sharing those moments with others. But it's been a little rough lately trying to find those moments of joy when everything feels so overwhelming at times. Starting this adventure of, creating and operating my own shop, it can be overwhelming in both sense. Overwhelming in excitement and overwhelming in anxiety. They're both similar emotions, like feelings in your body. So I've learned, and I'm kind of working through the waves of everything with, the excitement leading up to a shop launch, and then kind of the other side of the hill where all that energy that I've been feeling, the upwards energy, that stress kind of feeling, goes to the other side where it's just a downward. I feel sadness a bit that part has ended. Disappointment that it's not reaching as much as I would like it and hope it to reach. And kind of going through processing. Like, I have to process that, and it takes me a while to process. I need to take my time. So sometimes the art and creativity, it's keeping me going. It's like art therapy for me. So until I can find the periods where it's more content and it's sparking joy, so that I can then feel joyfully sharing it with others. So I did a lot of brainstorming, like what options do I try to do something for the holiday season. And I think I was stressing myself out way too much. My timeline's just not jiving this year, and that's okay. I started my shop in October. I had two sales, which were my friends, which I appreciate that they are supporting. And then after that, nothing. And I keep comparing myself with other shop YouTube creators that I see, and it's like I started a shop with no, what's the word I'm looking for? Audience. Auditories. It's not right. But no audience. And they're still getting sales and or people coming at least to their online shop. And so I think question them going myself a lot, right? You second guess when you see comparison. What am I doing? What do I need to change? What do I need to improve? That's how I look at things once I get over my feelings of like sad and disappointment that nothing has, turned over, nothing has come through, no one has seen my art. And it's a vulnerable kind of way to sell your art because it's like you put your emotion in it and it's your own things that you're creating. Yes. So I you distracted me and I lost my train of thought. Thank you. Yeah. So that's where I kind of brainstorm a lot of other options. What should I do? And then I get really excited again. And then the other flip side is I got really stressed about a financial decision because it's how much do I invest in my small business to see it grow? And that's a scary thought. Like any financial, you know, choices, I guess, any financial decisions to make towards a business can be very stressful, really stressful for me. I'm like, financial stability is like, it's a big deal, and business owning and all that, it's all risk taking, which I'm not as much of a risk taker, and I don't come from risk takers either. I'm the first one in my family who's kind of pushing to do this, and they're all like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? We've always gone to the 9 to 5 jobs for stability, which my goal is to go away from that so I can have more joy. And art brings me so much joy, and I love doing it. And I do love a lot of the moments that I get to do with trying to run my own business. So then that makes those decisions financially of like, okay, I'm going to invest. And I did invest and I'm looking forward, but it's not going to come for the holiday season. I was too late. But I did really want to do a stationery set because I love stationery, like notebooks, memo pads, notepads, all that stuff. And in theme with my collection of feline familiars, I'm kind of really excited about it. Very stressed, of course. I'm doing something risk taking, and my logical brain is kind of going like, oh, price it, cover the cost. Is there a profit for that I could pay myself? Or not pay myself, but invest in my business. So all these like overwhelming. I'm like last week I definitely had a anxiety attack, which took me a bit to recuperate. So when those moments happen, I have to lean into other ways, moving my body in some way. So that's where this video, my studio diaries, I'm going to showcase some of the things I've done. I'm going to do a studio refresher because if you could see my studio, it was a disaster. Usually is in the midst of a project. And I'm hoping to go back to sharing some videos of just having fun with art and not necessarily just always, showing processes for items I'm trying to sell. Because That was not my goal when I started my YouTube channel. It was really just to have fun sharing like learning experiences with pottery. And now I'm broadening that to digital art and stationery, which I have goals and ambitions now, whereas I've never had as many goals and ambition when it comes to my career. So it's exciting. Nerve-wracking, but exciting. Anyways, I'm going to show you the next clips from my studio refresher. One of the main things was I was going to add some shelves because I have no shelf space down there, and that was key to keeping organized so that I can clean up my space between projects. And having a wooden shelf system that is movable, like I could take off a shelf and like put pieces to dry and then put it up on the wall. So those were my goals. I'm going to show kind of like a rough sketch that I did of that and then diving into that little construction project studio refresher, home studio refresher. All right, let's get to it. All right, so that's it for my studio refresher. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it like that 100%. Definitely where everything is stored kind of works, but again, I'll see as I'm using it. I really try to make sure that I have like my tools that I would use more often, really accessible. Um, and yeah, I have my table pushed up to where there's like a little step up on that corner. So when I am prepping clay, like wedging clay, the table's not moving so much. So I don't know if I'll leave it because out of all the other tasks that I'm doing with that in my home studio, wedging isn't always a primary. So I might bump it back, but I gotta test it out and everything. I'm still missing a folding table I want to get from Costco to put my shelf that I'm still like, I put projects to dry. So that's why I left that space in behind me. And I also want to add some art prints to the wall because that brings me joy. And I've collected so many throughout the years that I've just never hung up. And also I might add my own pieces because why not? I appreciate my own art. So that's it. That's the update for what's happening for the Crafty Kai wares for myself. If you'd like to drop some words of wisdom or kindness down below, do you find routines help you navigate like emotional overwhelm, anxiety, and or just refreshing and resetting your workspace? Hopefully that will help. But that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.